What is up, RegenAG Nation? We want to talk to you a little bit about what's going on in this mint field. As you can see behind me, we're in the process of harvest. And I want to talk to you a little bit about this particular field, this variety, what is happening during harvest and what is going to happen after we get finished with this and working into the upcoming year. So anyway, what we have behind me is a Black Mitcham variety. Pretty popular here in the Treasure Valley, a lot of different growers, very good oil production, highly sought after, and really good growth. It works really well in these soil types, and just all around a solid variety. What I want to talk to you about this field particularly is a single cut. As I've mentioned in some of our other videos, there's different varieties that are grown. Some of them do double cut. They have a tremendous amount more of biomass, and they just have the capacity to grow way quicker. And so what they'll often do is they'll take a cutting. What happened, 3 weeks ago, probably mid-July area. And so, but this particular variety, they don't have enough growth. It grows much slower. So what happens is basically these plants, they hit a certain time frame where they have the highest concentration of oil in their leaves. And what these growers are looking at when they decide whether they're going to do a single or a double cut is whether they're at their premium oil production stage of the plant, basically. And this variety, you can only get a single cut because by the time it hits its highest oil production, we're already here in the second week of August, and there's no time to get another crop. So anyway, as I said, this is going to get harvested. It's going to get cooked down. It's going to, they're going to extract the oil out of the leaves. And from there, what we're focusing on is how are we going to prepare this field for the upcoming year. This is a big thing. We think that the game is over for the year. We're done, we're finished. But much like sports, it's never over. You win big, and then what you don't see as a sports fan is everything behind the scenes that goes into being successful for the next year. So that's what we're going to do in this mint field. We're going to come in. What we're going to do is we're going to put in a soil primer. We're going to feed that root system. What we want to do is have an extremely robust root system that's full of nutrients and that has everything necessary so that when it wakes up in the spring, it bounces back quickly and we can maximize our potential in the 2024 growing year. Hey, what's up, RegenAG Nation? A couple weeks ago, we shot some clips out in the field where they were picking up all the mint. We were swathing it down and doing that aspect of it. Now we're back here at the still. As you can see behind me, we got the trailers that have mint in them. And we just want to give you a rundown on the process of actually cooking this mint down and extracting the oil out of it. So we're gonna bring the grower in with us, and she's gonna give us a description of how this whole process works. So hope you enjoy it.
All right, here we go. This is our mint still. This is where all the action happens during harvest and the funnest part of the year. We have all of our trailers that are pulled in. We are now putting steam inside the trailer, and this is an oversized pressure cooker, essentially. It's a completely enclosed trailer. We put steam in there. It's got steam tubes on the bottom. As that steam rises to the top, it's going to vaporize the oil, and then we're gonna take that vapor back into the mint still and turn it into liquid and then extract the good part of the oil on top and the water on the bottom. So let's do a quick run around on the trailer so you get an idea what it looks like. So when we load these, we drop that top panel up there where it says number 24, and the chopper just continually loads in there till it's full and nice and packed. This is a 2-inch steam valve. We run steam for about 3 hours per trailer. This particular trailer will produce about 3,000 sticks of gum, in case you're a gum chewer. And if you are into toothpaste, this is going to give you about 25 tubes of toothpaste, hopefully enough to last you for the year. When we are done with this, we take the leftover residue and we use it for composting. So every component of the mint plant is used either to extract the oil or to use it in the regenerative side of composting. Backs of these trailers open up, we dump out and let it air out a little bit, and then it's hauled away to the compost area where they integrate with all the other good things that make amazing compost. Let's head inside to the mint still. I'll show you some of the internal workings of it. In our farm, we farm about 700 acres of mint. We probably spend about 500, 600 hours up here at the mint still. So it's our home away from home for about 40, 50 days. This is our boiler, and the boiler gives us all the steam that we then put inside the trailers, and it's the workhorse of the operation. If it's not working, we're not working. As the steam comes back into the very tall black tubings in there, inside these condensers is a coil system. And that coil system is copper, and the steam and the vapor continually will rotate inside that copper. These condensers are flushed about every 20 minutes to bring cool water in so that that vapor then becomes liquid. As it's flushing, then everything comes into what we call a separator here. And mint oil is lighter than water. So this separator allows us to extract the mint oil on the top. It comes up here. And then what we do is we push it up through that hole in the back. Just like that. Goes into a holding tank behind us where we can measure what our yields are. Then we drop all of that oil into a holding tank down here. Gives us a chance one more time to take a look at it before it goes into either a 250-gallon tote or a 50-gallon drum barrel, depending on our source. 40% of the mint oil produced in the United States is purchased by Colgate. Colgate. They make toothpaste, mouthwash, all those good personal hygiene products, and then we also sell to Wrigley's for gum and candies, and then Procter & Gamble buys a portion also for their toothpaste mouthwash. There's different qualities in mint oil, just like there is in grapes that you make wine. Some of the mint oil has a strong menthol to it, so it's like the icy hot that you put on your skin when you rub it. It makes it nice and warm, it makes it feels good. Some of it is a little bit sweeter smelling. It doesn't have quite the menthol rate, so it just depends on the flavor that the company's looking for as to what their use is. And there's actually people who will taste this pure mint oil, which one drop of that is like 32 sticks of gum. So you really don't want to stick that finger in your mouth, because you might not want to chew gum anymore after that. On our farm, we grow 5 different kinds of mint varieties, and each of them is used for a different purpose to create a different flavor.
Okay, I want to thank you guys very much for coming with us through this whole process as we look at what it takes to go through an entire year mint cycle and produce the oil, and that oil goes, and that's for your toothpaste, your gum, all those things. So this is truly what it takes to come out with an end product like that. You chew a stick of gum, you know, it seems like an ordinary everyday thing, but it's really an intense and difficult process to come up with that, very labor intensive. So just want to appreciate you, Chris, for taking the time to explain this to us today and letting us work with you, and just educating people on how this whole process goes. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.